95 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
Let's go, fellas. On the ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
The first carry for Josh Adams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey, high 7. Let's go.
2nd and 2. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Rivers able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Ready.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. This is taken at the 15. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Patriots take over.
How does he start at the 4-0 when the ball goes out of the back of the end zone on the kickoff? Come on, ya.
Garoppolo will lead the Patriots up with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Switch up, switch up.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. If that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gostkowski with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go now.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. Where do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Shift. Hey, Alpha. Mike 22. Now watch run.
2nd and 9 now. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver and you're working.
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 20. So it was 3rd and 1. The defense, they stacked the box, and that's the problem. You break through that first level, there's no second level.
And most good running teams work against stacked defenses. They don't care if you have 6 in the box, 7 in the box, 8 in the box. It doesn't matter to them. Block people, give your running back a chance.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Adams, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Check. Lucky.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 47. 11, 11, 11. 47. I'm coming for you, son.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. And he gets it away, and it's a laser. Headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Let's go!
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll begin here with Adams. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Hey, wahoo!
2nd and 1. Flushed out right. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, 1st down. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. The Chargers out to an early lead over the Chiefs. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, hey, hey. We got 3. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot.
These two teams all tied after one. 2nd quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
We own them. Hey, Echo. Max 22, Max 22. That. Watch the 20.
They'll look to throw here. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 35-yard line.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. Target. Go. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Get it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking long for Westbrook. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Good stuff. Keep doing it.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
11. Check 99.
Garoppolo looks to throw. This is White on the screen. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
50. Go. 50. Hey, come on, now. Come on, now. Mike 50. Mike 50. Double dog. Double dog. That's the way. Hey, orbit. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Let's go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Bring it. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Stop your whining. Ready.
Back to throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down.
60 outlaw. Who there? Now.
On 1st down, this is Adams. And he stopped immediately there. The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
The tackle made by Derek Rivers.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Watch tight. Tight is right. We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Hey, exit.
He'll look to throw. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Let's go, boys.
Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Ready. 50, Mike, 50. Come on. Come on, D. Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Yo.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check. 61. Matchbox lights. Get it.
On second down, Armstead. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Jaguars on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Shoot.
He'll drop to throw. And this is caught by Lee. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee with touchdown number 8 on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Lambeau on for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Patriots take over first.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. He can't get him down. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
59. Mike's 59. All right, T, let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to air one out. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Here we go,
so good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Let's go. Kill.
65. I got this.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here's Ryan Allen now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
33 yards that time.
First down.
Here we go. Set. 18 games.
7-yard line.
You better bring it.
Snap.
Going with Armstead, a 1st down carry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
8 reads. Bravo.
Let's get it.
2nd and 11. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd and 15. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Hey, Wahoo! Put it. Hit it.
Now back to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here we go, here
An
we go,
incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end right.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. This time they stay on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go,
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now, the first play of the complete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, Echo.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You remember me?
Looking to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, you think he loved the protection he had there all kinds of time.
And you're so right. How could you not love that? Great protection. The big guys up front really locked in on it. No one gets near the quarterback. He's got all the time in the world to survey the field and deliver for a first down.
And the big boys up front, a big reason why they're also winning, too. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 8-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, it's just me and you.
Pilot, 64, weak.
It's just me and you. Check the
Go.
They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now up to 14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready up.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go. Slam.
Ready.
Again, here's Adams. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Ready, break.
50, march 50, march 50. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Hey, orbit.
Hey, alert, alert. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Now.
They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Dorsett on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
11.
From the 39, Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Lock. 65. I got you.
Check.
Topper. Buzz.
47's the mic, boys. 47. Check. 47.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. He has still not connected on a single pass in this 2nd half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I got you.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike.
Two.
Kill.
Hey, gun.
Garoppolo now. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Rivers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, Haywood! X3, 218, chopper.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Jaguars on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
A 14-yard gain.
Hey, exit. Check 3. Blue draw quarters. Hut.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Here's Dorsett. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
New England on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Garoppolo. To Michelle on the screen. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
21. Here we go. Hey, seam 6.
27, Mike. 27.
12, fellas. Here we go.
47 is the Mike.
80 weapon.
Is the Mike.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He finds Dorsett. It's complete.
Here we go.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Smooth. Hey, gun. 6'6", bullet high.
47 is the Mike, boy. 47.
Garoppolo again. And he fires one incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
I got you.
You got tight. You got tight.
On third down, Michelle. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
Here we go.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up with that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A.J. Boye with a pick. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it second and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Slam. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
They'll run again with Adams. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run on first down. Adams. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Down. It's 8 lead.
59. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check 9. Check 9.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Bravo! Get it!
Second and 1. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. The Jaguars on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is third and 9. On third down, they go with Adams. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Ready.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Sponge. No. Let's go.
Now Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
And now look at him go. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Josh Adams taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we go,
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Hey, Alpha. 13, hot.
Play action. Garoppolo. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
I'm coming out here.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The outlaw.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
Hey, wahoo. 5.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range Huge effort, denied 3 points at the very end.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Here we go. Hey, come on. Wait, 80.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Jacksonville, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.